Hi, welcome back to Dragon Wars. We're here in Smuggler's Cove, having just acquired for ourselves a boat. It's totally legitimate. We killed the previous owners, and that makes it ours. That's how boats work, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, last time we had a pretty productive session, and we made our way over to the necropolis. We explored it. We found Nurgle, who was quite happy to help us, after we fed him some mushrooms and let him bite Valar's head off. He gave us the silver key, which let us free Irkala from her chains. And for that, she gave us a potion of water breathing so that we can explore the sunken palace, which exists somewhere. And somewhere in that sunken palace is the skull of her son, which we can then take to a dwarven forge to get something, I guess. Well, we probably need whatever it is they make out of his skull or give us in exchange for his skull. I don't know how that works. Anyway, we also, under the necropolis, we found a passage to the underworld which has a well in it, which I guess you can. Underwater areas are cool. Often, sometimes. Sometimes they're horrible. We'll see which one this is. But yeah, we also found a well in the underworld, which I guess is the place you can bring dead party members to resurrect them. I think. I haven't tested it. It's a bit inconvenient to go back to Necropolis through the dungeon to get to the underworld. Maybe it'll be easier once I have the softened stone spell, and maybe I can just like knock down one of the walls around the well in the underworld. That might make things easier. Anyway, what else did I do last time? I went back to Lansk, and I was gonna try and use that totem of Enkidu on the dragon there. That didn't work, but I wound up just feeding it a healing potion instead, and that was fine. The dragon there gave me a dragon gem in exchange for some healing potion, and I don't know what I do with that yet, but we'll see. And then I made my way back here to the Smuggler's Cove, and I got my revenge on Long John Ugly and Pegleg Peggy and their entire band of pirates, smugglers, whatever they are. Is, when they dropped me off at the necropolis, they stranded me there, and that was rude. And we can't stand for that. So anyway, here now we're back. We now have possession of their boat, and we have a few places we can go. The boat goes to Necropolis. Well, I've been there, but in case I need to go back for whatever reason. Freeport, which we've heard is perhaps the last remaining totally free city left in the islands. We'll go to the Sunken Ruins, which is where Irkala wants us to go to find her son's skull. And we can go to Rustic Island, which is just sort of in the northeast. I don't know what else is there. And what else are we looking for? Well, aside from the skull, we still need to find two parts of Lanak'toor's statue. And then still need to get to Nisir. We can't get to Nisir with the boat, I guess. We have to find some other way to get there. But Mystalvision is apparently waiting for us at that place for a final showdown. And we should certainly give that to him. And then we also need to explore King's Island, where I guess Byzanople is under siege by Namtar, the beast from its forces. And then, maybe we also want to poke around King's Home, which I imagine is like the last area you go to, probably. And there's still more of the underworld to explore too. Like I can still keep moving south, which probably wraps around to the north. See if I can find some more exits from the underworld. Anything else interesting there? But for now, I guess let's head to Freeport. I'm curious about the place. Read paragraph 45. Okay. 45. The sail to Freeport is a long one, and your supplies are barely enough to last the voyage. Sail east away from the majority of the Dilmun Islands headed into previously unknown waters. Once free from the war-torn islands of the Dulman interior, you were able to enjoy the natural beauty of the maritime world of Oceania. Presently, you come in sight of a glistening modern harbor sheltered in a strange coast. Your charts indicate this is Freeport, and anchor your ship at dock. Well, it's nice that we know how to sail and are able to do this on our own, since we did kind of kill the actual sailors here. And okay, yeah, my boat is still here, and I could just, it's the same list of places. It's called Pirates Cove here, though, instead of Smuggler's Cove. 51. One. Walk beside a clean and stylish harbor. Although you are near the sea, this place has none of the stink associated with Oceania's coastal places. Either Freeport is not sinking, or the port is engineered that such seepage is not the problem here that it is elsewhere in the world. I feel like it's not so much that other places are sinking as it is that the water level is rising, isn't it? Or maybe it's both. I don't know. The construction here is simple but attractive. There's rustic feeling associated with the unfinished, a rustic feeling, uh, unfinished wooden railings, foliage, and crisp scent to the air. The people of this place are dressed in effective leather and cloth and seem healthy and energetic. Everyone is armed, and you judge the citizens of the place know how to defend themselves. You are greeted warmly as you approach, but the citizens of Freeport do not tarry to speak. Everyone seems engaged in a mission of great industry. Doing. All right, so I guess I start up a map page here. I guess we're probably in what, southeast corner, I assume. All right. Flash. The Freeport. No. Maybe we're on sort of the northern end. Out here, like the harbor master's office or something, maybe. How are you doing there, Jay? About done your weekend shift? Tired? Yeah. Well, soon you can go ahead and just, I don't know, sleep for like 12 hours at a time. I'm a little curious. What happens if I do out in Dillman on the overall map? Oh, something down here. Hmm, that's supposed to be okay. Our that must be yellow mud toad. Yeah, there's Necropolis. Hard to see exactly where to that though. Something across the water from this. For Freeport is it's not that far from the rest of the world. I suspect it might be just to the north of Rustic Island. South from it. I wind up and wherever this is. But well, whatever. F50, the one I read before. I left from the north. Go back in on the north side. Yeah, here we are. All right, all right. Well, Freeport is on the same world map as everything else. Oh, a pack of swaggering adventurers size you up. And you know how adventurers are. Like, here's one guy, he wants to fight me. Okay. Wow. Okay, great. Now he's killed one of my guys. Well, I'm not going all the way back to Necropolis to raise this guy, so yeah, sure. Just one random adventurer wandering around the city came up and just like killed one of my guys. That's Dragon Wars for you. Okay, Back to Freeport, yeah. Luckily, I hadn't accomplished anything. Map the exterior here. Alright, that's where I was. Line on the door reads Ryan's armor. Guess it wasn't a set encounter either. South or north? South. Sign on the door reads Temple of Faith. Oh, faith heals all. Who needs healing? Everyone's already healthy. Okay, healer though. Always nice. Just out of the city again. Engines also out of the city. Yep. Nothing in there. Armor shop. Well-armored warrior blinds your eyes with his highly polished armor. Welcome to my shop. I have some stuff to sell as well. Dragon gem is priceless. Have scale armor, chain armor, heavy plate for 4 grand, and large shields for 100. Large shields were 1,000 back in Lansk. He already has a magic shield. And at like 4 grand. Hey, MG Slownet 69 Horrors Dungeon Crawls. Yeah, that's Rick. You have a regular shield. I guess I could upgrade you to a large shield. Buy large. Currently have plate mail on. I don't really think it's worth 4 grand to upgrade that to heavy plate. Oh, your Ionets. Okay. Oh, right. MGS Ionets 69. A little hard to parse that. All his old shield net. Yes. Fab has a large shield already. I can sell the pick. Oh, sell the hook. I could sell the parrot, but I kind of like Theb having a little parrot friend. Why not? Maybe it's useful at some point. Louis can't use a shield because he has a two-handed weapon. Jade eyes are priceless, so I guess I need them for something. Cheetah is kind of running low on dragon stones. He has a large shield already. Chain armor, I can sell that. Buff. I mean, I guess I could give him a large shield. No, he's using a bow, so that work. Two-handed. Alar. Bolt. Water potion. Pilgrim garb. And again, bow, so crossbow, so he can't use a shield as well. All right. Don't have anything else? No. I can large shield. 17, pretty good. Smaller on the inside than I thought it would be. That's armor shop. Got an icon for that somewhere. There either. Got maybe another pier out this way. Bridge helps shelter the inner harbor. there. On the sign on the door reads the Order of the Sword. Okay. Well, what I'm here for sounds promising. Sign on the door reads the Brothers. Okay. The bridge protecting the harbor. What is this all about? Oh, here's some citizens. Walk up to them and maybe they'll run away. Okay. Order of the Sword. Guards belong to the Order of the Sword. Whatever that is. 10 guards, 4 guards. I guess let's run away for now. Let's save. See how this goes. Somewhat poorly. Yeah, they killed 2 of us too. All right, just reload that. I really should have recharged my magic points before coming here. Might have been a smarter thing to do. What do you have to say? Bartenders are drunk beyond reason. This seems to be a popular spot. You can ask for volunteers or look for rumors. I don't have any party spots anymore, but let's ask for volunteers. Yeah, 7 characters already. For rumors, Barkeep says, I hear Lanak'toor's statue can be sought in the Broken City's tomb, mines, and swords. Broken Cities, I guess that would be Tars, the ruined city, tomb, necropolis. Mines and swords are a bit odd, though. Find a broken mind and a broken sword? Hmm. I hear that magic can soften the dwarves' stingy hearts. Okay. I hear there's said to be a powerful gem that will bind the will of a dragon. I think I might have that. Dragon gem. I hear Lanak'toor's statue, yeah. Magic can soften the dwarves' hearts. Okay. Alright, just a regular tavern. As for this guy, though. Hmm. Just go ahead and a couple of stone. 8. Still too far away for a vortex. Armor of on most. Well, you don't point left. I guess I should use one of his dragon stones. Close enough for poop. Fire blood. My best bet was cheetah still. Still one-shot Theb and Ulrich. And Louis. And Muscles. Alright, there's 3 left. That wand. Alright. Back, back, ahead. Guys can still one-shot everyone. Two guards left. I might actually be able to win this fight. Alright, I did it. Did I do a horrible thing here? We leveled up. Can't be that bad. Found a locked chest. No. Locked. Okay, we got it eventually. Ooh, stone hand. Nice. Oh, broken sword. Yes, the Order of the Sword, broken sword. Great. And the softened stone spell. Wow. And charger, which is a spell that recharges magic items. It's great. This is actually fantastic. All right. Who wants to pick up what? Type of spell is charger again. Sun magic. Yes, it's sun magic. What's softened stone? Great wall is druid magic, so softened stone might also be druid magic. Yes, it is. Okay, so cheetah grabs softened stone. Also a spell staff. Spell staff too. It's a mace, so I guess cheetah gets now. Charger can go to Valar since he's kind of my specialized sun mage. And yeah, carry the stone too. Item, charger. Anything else with now? Heal up. Yeah. All right, hey. Actually got a good result already on the stone hand. We're just here in a chest after beating the sword guys. Was a pretty rough fight, honestly. All right, I also need to make cheetah learn stone. And I guess I should just go ahead and equip the spell staff. Order of the sword. Not anymore, it's not. Okay. Well, might have been the main thing to do here in Freeport, but let's keep looking around. Um, can we just say, hey, we're behaving? Maybe they heard us beat up all their friends back in the Order of the Sword. They're still extremely effective. Hospitals is dead, sure, yeah. Okay. I did just save. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I just saved. No, no, it's a fight. Yeah. Okay. I did just save. Good. Double staff. Okay. More guards. Fine, we don't have to fight. Although I did actually level up, so I should spend my points. Muscle. Have some decks, actually, so you have a better chance to hit people. Theb. 2 town lore already. All of the. Have some sword skill. Again, better chance to hit. Cheetah. Uh, hmm. Spirit. A few more spell points. And have another point of high magic would be good. Deck, so you're better with bows and can actually use that archer's bow. I think archer's bow requires 18 dex, which is the highest dex requirement for any bow. Finally get rid of bow. Right. All right. Freeport City Council. I hope they don't mind that I just like beat up and robbed a bunch of people. Paragraph 57. Do, do, do. 57. This simple hall serves as the community meeting place for the citizens of Freeport. You are greeted by minor city officials who welcome you to their town and eagerly ask you for information of the war in Dilmun. These are dark days, the official says. Soon Kingsholm will control all of Dilmun, then Namtar will cast his evil gaze toward the Eastern Isle and our fair city. The official scratches his head. It's odd, he says. My father was an advisor to the court of King Drake at Kingsholm. Said King Drake was a peaceful old man. His son, Jordan of Byzanople, was a regular firebrand. But not Drake. Why suddenly make war on his neighbors? It doesn't make any sense. Namtar must have poisoned him. The official shrugs. I wonder if something's happened to him. King Drake hasn't been seen in public for over a year when I was last in Phobos, and that was some time ago. Maybe something happened to him. Maybe. Maybe King Drake no longer calling the shots after all. Maybe Namtar replaced him. Can I like use lore skills or anything? Oh, well, Can I pickpocket him? No. Alright, I mean, it's just a little bit of lore there. Hey, maybe King Drake, like, I don't know, being magically controlled, or has been replaced by Namtar, or something like that. Could, wouldn't be a surprise. Or to arm. Right? Got a weapon shop too. Anything that's actually going to be an upgrade. Alright. I can sell off the old bow at least. Great bow. Gone. Out of here. Bladed flail, hammer, and long mace. None of that's an upgrade for anyone. Long mace would have been an upgrade for Cheetah if I hadn't just found the spell staff, but spell staff kind of trumps everything else here. Bladed flail. I think bladed flail is what Bosco's currently using. Yes. Barbed flail. That's right. No, I can sell the druid mace though. It casts some kind of spell. I don't know what. It's not worth hanging on to. Clogging up my inventory. Speaking of clogged inventories being clogged up. Alright. Well, that's fine. Nothing. We're 52. Hmm. 52. To the south is a little island in the harbor. Standing in the center of the island is an anvil, plunged to the hilt. In the anvil is a brilliantly gleaming magic sword. There seems no way to the island. Water here seethes and boils with magical energy. It doesn't take much imagination to surmise a swim to the island would be fatal. A Freeport citizen notices your interest in the island. That is the sword of freedom, he says. Many years ago, the great hero Roba delivered it from the underworld. After many years of adventuring, Roba retired here and founded our city. Shortly before his death, Roba built this magical island to protect his sword. Citizen is silent for a moment before continuing. Legend says that so long as the sword remains in the anvil, no harm can come to Freeport. At the same time, Roba warned a time would come of great strife on Oceania, that a champion would appear one day to claim the sword. He who wields the sword of freedom will quell the strife in Oceania, but at the same time will doom our city. Such is the sacrifice we must someday make. Citizen wishes you well and leave. The sword of freedom is just out of your reach. It's taught you how to get it. How to get it. Good question. It does sort of sound like the sort of thing we might need. Sword of freedom. I mean, I do have those flippers that let me jump across things. Mark this location here. Or the rest of this area first. Now, it says that if I try and swim to that, it will be fatal. Will it really? That didn't do any. Building. All right. Or path I could take to the south if I just. Yeah. Tars City Council. Tars City Council. What? Guess maybe they have a government in exile after their city was destroyed. Sure. Out of the city? Not quite yet. Okay. All right, so what's going on in the Tars City Council? Read paragraph 56. D6. A tall and powerfully built man with a greenish complexion greets you when you enter the building. I am Tarkus, first citizen of Tars, he says. You learn that he and his fellow officers fled here to Freeport when their home city of Tars was destroyed by the legions of Kingzone. Tars was previously the foremost city of the Isle of Forlorn. Now Tars is a sad ruin, while Purgatory passes for the Isle's only city. If you explore the ruins of Tars, Tarkus says, be sure to seek the hidden chambers beneath the city. They might still contain fabulous treasures way ahead of you there. Tarkus is bitter when he recalls the ruins of the city. We're betrayed, he says. Relied on our dragon to defend us. Didn't dream Kingzone would be so bold as to assault us when our dragon was healthy and awake. When they lay siege to our city, we released our dragon, and the beast did nothing. 100 years of blood sacrificed to that terrible dragon, and what good did it do to us in our hour of need? Tarkus grows animated as he speaks, accidentally smashing a table as he excitedly flails his arms. I tell you, Namtar found a way to usurp control of our dragon. Namtar rose king's home against all of Dilmun. Dragons have all but vanished. Namtar controls them somehow, but no man can control the Saurians without paying a terrible price. If someone could learn what he's done with the dragons, and learn how to wrest their control from Namtar, then King's Home would learn a thing or two. All right, getting a bit more light on what's going on here and giving us yet another little goal. And maybe we're sort of already coming along in that since we do have that dragon gem, right? For adventurers. The last time I saved? Okay, I guess it didn't matter. God damn it. Oh yeah, here's some adventurers. They murder you in the streets. Where am I? Yeah, I'm all the way back here. It's not like I did much of anything. Here's 3 citizens. All right. Already activated all the stuff around here. In there. Tars and possibility of fantastic treasures being the Tars ruins, which we already got. We already got the fantastic treasures that were down there. But hey, I appreciate the heads up. Okay. Cubby. there either. Just like another row of houses here. Magic Incorporated. Okay. Just a, here, I just have to step away for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Where am I? Okay, this was the magic store, I think. Yes. A wizard stands before shelves filled with many magical scrolls. I am most skilled in high magic. Okay. Well, my high mage is Landil here. The money to sell. Have to sell. Dazzle, Mystic Might, Reveal Glamour, Solace Swift, Voran's Guard, Cowardice, and Soften Stone. Soften Stone is Druid magic, and I already have it. Let's note these down so I can see who has them in descriptions. 1,000 each. I have 12 grand. Not so bad. Mystic Might, Glamour. I already have that. Solace Swift. That. Voran's Guard. Cowardice. Softens. Eye magic. Yeah, I have full glamour already. Mars fire, Poog's vortex, ice chill, big chill, healing, a traps, air summon, water summon. Alright. Eye magic. Dazzle, use the spell to befuddle simple foes, but make sure someone is on hand to exploit your enemy's hesitation. Just makes one enemy turn that useful, but it only costs 3 power, so it's not too bad. It's Dick Might. Hit muscles for the friend of your choice, lasting for the entire combat, plus 15 strength. To one character, only costs 4. Nice buff spell. Cowardice, foes run. Targets a group within 60 feet, costs 8 power. Yeah, not bad. Born's Guard. Originally developed to protect a king and his entourage, this spell is excellent for parties desiring a blanket of magical protection. Armor class, i.e. damage absorbed, but has no offense on defensive value, i.e. your chance to dodge. Plus 2 AC for the entire party for a combat cost 6. Not bad, not bad. Bella Swift, the dexterity of a character for the duration of combat. This will improve the target's AV and DV. Plus 8 dex. Character for combat. Plus 5, not bad. Still doesn't have everything. And then Soften Stone, I guess in case you missed it or accidentally discarded it or something, is the spell you need to finish the game, I'm pretty sure. Soften Stone is magic, and I have it. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll just buy all the ones that I don't already have here. 5 grand worth. Bad. Tory. You can carry. Buy Dazzle. Buy Mist. Buy Salus Gift. Guard. Count. And I guess now his inventory is full. He's at just enough room. Use Dazzle. Might. Solace. Born's Guard. Cowardice. Nice. All right. Definitely worth it to keep poking around. Bewitching potions and elixir. Money. What do you have? Dragon stones. Okay. Sure, I mean, you can buy dragon stones. Buy a couple. Cheetah's kind of running low. And what else am I going to use money for? Buy 4K heavy plate. I guess this should be a city. All right. Go back to that spot where I'm trying to figure out how to get to Sword of Freedom. Okay. Work. You easily hop across the bay. Yep, worked. Read paragraph 27. 27. You at last stand before the Sword of Freedom. The hilt of the fabled blade is just inches from your grasp. A hush comes over the city of Freeport. Furiously boiling waters previously surrounded the isle have subsided. You look up and see the citizens of Freeport have gathered all around the harbor, waiting to see next. Some of the citizens appear happy, others are proud. Many just wear blank stares. One large man stands silent, but tears roll down his cheeks. You smell a faint scent of ozone. Somewhere, a baby cries. Who will take the sword? Well, Theb is my sword user. Theb grips the sword of freedom and tries to pull it from the anvil. The air crackles with the smell of ozone. Muscles bulge and ripple all along Theb's sword arm. Abruptly, Theb's eyes grow wide. The smell of ozone intensifies. Theb's body begins to jerk back and forth, the hair on end, teeth rattling in the skull. The wild shriek, Theb bursts into a blue flame. Where Theb once stood is now just a pile of ashes. Seems bad. Sword of Freedom was an illusion. In its place stands revealed an evil black staff engraved with dark runes. Realized Namtar must have replaced the Sword of Freedom with this cruel trap, a trap that claimed Theb's life. Theb is dead. Okay, okay. So, Sword of Freedom was not here after all. Namtar already got the Sword of Freedom and took it, and now Theb is dead. Maybe I go back to Necropolis and read Theb to see if that actually works. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to do it, right? Dear. Poor Theb. Kind of dead now. Terrified of what happened on the island and convinced of legends of their city's doom, the people of Freeport fled the city. Freeport is a ghost town now. Hmm. Well, luckily I already got everything I needed here, I guess. Boy, what a reveal. Hey, you got across the bay, you got onto a little island with sort of freedom. You tried to pull it out of the anvil, and your guy dies. Your guy dies. It was a trap. You don't even get the cool staff that I guess Namtar left here. It's you just leave it. Fine. Okay. 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 All right. Bring this down here. All right. I mean, I guess we're done, and we kind of ruined Freeport. Yeah, the shop is empty now. What about the healer? The healer is also gone. I guess we just leave. All right. I mean, we got the stone hands. Possibly we could have recruited a new party member here from this place, but they're gone now too. Yep, let's leave. Let's. Where do I want to go? Go back to the Pirates Cove. Paragraph 39. Did I read that one before? 39. Yeah, yeah. Cove. Yes. Tree. You have to fight the tree. Low river. That is dead. That's right. He's the guy who was dead. Yes. Back to the wood. Some old guys. Okay. Okay. That encounter is just there. I do have other people who can climb. Cat, cheetah, sun, radiant. All right. I want to there. Faster to go there. Thanks. Okay. Where's my magic? Now, unfortunately, there's no way to get into here aside from going to Necropolis and coming back. But this. Why is this on my map? Oh, that's that weird platform that sticks out into the chasms. That's right. I can still, yeah, I can still explore down a couple of spaces. And I imagine that the map probably wraps north-south as well. Yeah, see, I have explored some of the northern side. Why is there still a strip of black down here? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so now I need to get back to the boat so I can go to Necropolis, so I can get to the well, so I can revive Theb. You know, I'm assuming that it'll let me revive Theb. That is, I'm fine playing this out. You know, the whole scenario where someone gets got by that trap trying to get the Sword of Freedom. Fine with it. Kind of cool. It would be better if there was an easy way to revive party members. But for now, let's back to Quag. I guess I'll save. Yeah, that's why I saved. Because even more people will get killed by the trees, or randomly. Oh yeah, these trees, they can one-shot someone, they can just immediately kill someone. To Necropolis, paragraph 43. I think I've read that one before. Check. Yeah. Yeah. And my boat is here now. Yeah. Yeah, these set encounters are back here. Mm-hmm. Everyone dies. Can't get this guy. Okay. It's your serpent warriors. They want to fight serpent warriors. Luckily, they're not going to force the issue. Darkness, you find a well. Uh, Feb. Read paragraph 128. Alright. Hope he doesn't lose his stuff. 128. Sprinkle the ashes on the dark waters of the well, which abruptly begin to swirl. Although the night of the underworld is absolute, you see a reflection of stars in the swirling black waters. The motion of the water intensifies, and the ashes are sucked into the depths. Stand back as a ghostly apparition rises from the well. At first the form is a shade, then a ghost, then a spectre, then a living corpse. Gradually, the shape takes corporeal form. Blood, bone, muscle, teeth, hair is restored. Ashes are restored to life. Hooray. Feb is stunned. Alright. Well. Feb, do you still have all your stuff? Good. Good. Unfortunately, he does not have the Sword of Freedom. But yes, okay, that's what you have to go through to revive someone, and then you also have to leave. Honestly, I'd rather just reload. Wraith. Have to fight the Grim Guardian again. On our way out, he's still a massive pain in the ass. Still going. Okay, yeah, no, it's this guy. I'm trying to leave. Okay, one down. Nope. Really? Okay, I was mashing the wrong button. Knocked out by the time I even get up to him. Wraith fights suck so much. Like, okay, sure, I could blast him from range. That would be the smarter thing. I just want to do it. Yes. Yeah. That's, yeah. Everyone's already dead. Uh, and while I reload from a point where I'm more healed up. Um, does Death Curse even affect him? Attack from range. Don't have magic points left. Firelight. Blast him from range. Firelight. Firelight doesn't have the range for it. Ice Chill. Okay. Ulrich leveled up. Good for him. Ulrich, what do I want to give? Health, maybe. Dex, maybe. Have some Dex. And now go back to Freeport. Yeah, it's a ghost town still. All right, let's go back to the Pirate's Cove because I need to restore my magic points again. I feel a little bad about uh, ruining Freeport for everyone. Wasn't my intention. It's just, there was a magic sword and an anvil there. It was supposed to be used by the champions to save the world. And I tried to pick it up, and as it turns out, Damtar had already been there and replaced it with a magic staff that killed whoever it. And, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. Someone would have tried to pull that sword out of the stone eventually. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I might explore more of the underworld while I'm just finish my map of this place. Yes, that means I have to head south from to south of where I am. Scroll it up. Actually, at the top edge. Like, okay. Scroll all the way down. Little pond here, right? Same little pond there. Top. Okay, okay. Works. snake. Okay. One. Okay. 5. Now I'm at western. And there's 2 squares left here. There's a fair bit, but going down, I can stuff. Figure out exactly where to connect things later. Right, in the shadow of the mountains, you find an eerie cave. Enter not yet. Cave. Paragraph 127. Cave is much larger on the inside than without. The interior of the cave is lined with thousands of natural crystals that crazily reflect the light. After your long dark journey through the underworld, you are dazzled at the sudden light and become disoriented. A voice rings in your ears. You are the heroes of Oceania, and to you has fallen the burden of this adventure. Listen closely. What you must do. The fair world of Oceania is sinking as the sea swell ever larger. There is little to be done for this. The world has its lifespan. The world has its span of life like any man or beast. Pilgrim Isles of Dilmun have been usurped by Namtar, a renegade demon from the realm of this underworld. He has disposed of King Drake of Kingsholm and rules the late king's name, using the king's legion to his path of conquest. Namtar must be destroyed. He has isolated his enemies, cursed the magical brotherhood of the world, and taken control of the dragons. The Sword of Freedom must be found and reborn in its forge. A reconciliation of sorts must be set between Irkala and Nurgle, for without accord in the underworld there can be no peace on the surface. When all is ready, seek the Mountain of Salvation. Namtar must be returned to the pit of hell from whence he came. Voice fades. All right. I guess that's even more lore. So it's sort of confirming that actually King Drake is dead or incapacitated in some way, and Namtar is using him as sort of a puppet. They're also saying, hey, you need that sort of freedom, which, well, that hasn't worked out so well for us. But they're saying born from its forge, reborn in its forge. And when we spoke with Irkala, when we gave her the silver key, when we freed her, she did say to bring her son's skull to the dwarven forge. So maybe that's how we get the sword of freedom. Like we bring the dwarves her son's skull, and I don't know. Either they reforge the sword of freedom for us, or they just forge a new one. I don't know. I I guess we did sort of reconcile between Irkala and Nurgle already, sort of, kind of. Also confirming that Namtar the Beast Pit is a demon. All right, all right. Uh, sure. I guess that's it. It's not like an entrance to another dungeon or anything. It's just, hey, here's a cave. Go in there, get some lore. Sure. Paragraph was that again? 20. All right. Well, goblins. Also a campfire. Three campfires. I took steps. What? Five. 5. Raging heat saps your strength. Oh boy, sure does. Okay, so it's hot there. Hmm. Dogs. Bit of bolts again. There. Game. That thing. 1, 2, 5. Then we've got hot squares. And it have like anything that can protect us from the heat. I can't really think of a spell or item we currently have that would protect us from hot squares, but just missed something. And yeah, 2 squares left. Still in the correct line. And we can see the chasm here. We're now on the other side of the chasm. Probably just about connect. If I were to that is, and then can all up to here. So that line here. One is a little hard to see. I like correct. That goes up, comes back. That. How many tiles long is this? My current two tile there, I think. About right. Go got an edge here. Two more. Okay. One, two, down. I mean, kind of. Okay. Five rows, bottom of this map. That's about how it runs. I have it lined up correctly. Seems to be right. Okay. Okay, good. Narrow stone bridge spans the chasm. Flying fairy spirits guard this pass. They demand the price of life before you may pass. Do you consent? Sure. Little fairies scurry away to the darkness. Wow, they did demand the price of life, didn't they? If someone is watching you. This finger of rock rises from the very pit that spawned Namtar. How do we know that exactly? I don't know. Sending stairs here, do you take them? Not yet, but okay, there are stairs here. Aim here. Sure. It brings me to Salvation, paragraph 98. So it's paragraph 98. 90. Climb the mountain of salvation for several hours. The summit seems to draw no closer. Several pilgrims drop from exhaustion along the path. The road to salvation is not for the weak at heart. But a fraction of the way up the mountain, the path abruptly cuts into the rock. A level plain has been cleared out on the side of the mountain, evidently the place to which the pilgrims travel. Turning around, you look out at the world of Oceania from your lofty perch on the world's highest mountain. Alarm, see that long since risen above even the highest clouds. The sky is purple and strange stars twinkle. The huge mass of the sun fully fills half the sky. Truly, this place is close to God. I feel like we're probably not quite supposed to be here yet. Back down into hell. Yes. Have to do that every time. Not just once. My map of hell is coming along nicely. Found we found where Namtar crawled out of, I guess, and also some fairies that demand give them all of your life. Hmm. Guess I might as well finish off my map of the underworld at this point. I would like to go and pour my magic. I just go here. I'll get to the pool eventually. That should be the Tar's route, I imagine. All right. A lot of fire. 2, 4, 5, 6, and I'm back up. Not hot land. I 'back at the pit. 5. Five, 2. We're in front of hot spots again. 4, and I found a chest. Locked chest. Closed icon. Zeb. Locked. Opens the chest. What's in here? The slicer and 10 dragonstone. Slicer, I believe. Sword. Zeb can have that. And then we just share our dragonstones out. Zeb. The slicer. 1d30 damage. Requires 17 strength, which is fine. Plus 4 attack value, plus 2 AC. That's compared to his fire sword, which only does 1d12, has plus 2 armor, plus attack value, 1 AC. Equip the slicer. Game. Definitely saving 4. 2. All right. Also an edge there. Okay. Oh, I can clearly see that there's an edge. Chasm continues. 2. Clear spot in the middle here. Two. South of the highest peak for those. And a little safe spot in the middle of the fire field. Oddly, is not where the chest was. 2. Five. 5 brings me right up to the chasm. 4, 5, fire field again. Obviously, fire in front of us. Fire field spot. And then chasm wall. Go up. Clear spot as well. Yes. 1, 3, and it brings me there. Exit. Where does this take me? Dwarf Clan Hall. All right. Clan Hall. All right. Well, we do need to get there after we go to the Sunken Palace. Once we get the skull, go back. No fire on this tile. Fire tile after that. Two. Got the water here. Go up. And now we're like directly north. Isle of Woe, where Irkala was held prisoner. Uh, Finding the chasm now, finally. Water here. All right. Around here. Two. Got fire field again. 4. Up to the edge. All right. Fire here. Huh? Not healing Theb all that much. One behind me maybe wasn't fire. Clear. Yeah, it's not. Here, and here's a bunch of serpent warriors. I don't need to fight these guys. Flash. Really do kind of need to magic point again. Kind of burning through them. The whole walking through fire constantly thing. Carry these goblins. Go. A fire tile. 2, I believe. 2. And yeah, that's where the Lansk underworld fortress is. Just got the whole at this point. Hey, does it? That's every tile in the underworld that I can get to. There's a bunch of chasm here, but that all seems to be empty. I found a couple more passages up, one to uh, mountain, and one to the Dwarven Clan Hall. I also found a chest with Slicer in it, which seems to be a grade. Stab, finally has a decent weapon. Let's head back, charge my magic points. Heal up. Consider where to go to next. All right, so if I get back to my boat, I suppose I need to back to the grove, teleport back over to Wag. I can drop off stone arms that I found while I'm at arms, the hands. I found the hand Freeport. Oh, while I'm here, cat, miscellaneous, often stone. It didn't work. Okay, so I cannot make a shortcut into here. Often stone. Hmm. Oh, I do also want to see if I can use softened stone on the statues in the slave trade. I can free those people that Master Mog turned into statues. Where would I go for that? I guess it's still actually fastest to go from here. Okay. Goblins. We're going to go over state. cat. Soften stuff. Didn't do anything. Okay. Cat, cheetah. Don't. Again, it didn't do anything. Okay. Let's try it on Master Mog. Also didn't work. I feel a little cheated by this. I should be able to turn these people back to flesh. Alright, alright. Look like magic points. Have to go and generate that at the slave camp. Great. Have your 70 gold. Okay. Head over Grove. Dire wolves. Water spirits. Yeah, they can still one-shot us. Do remember to get Valar some more. Valar leveled up. What does he want? Have and from take the teleporter over to Wag. Hopefully these trees don't kill anyone. Survived. Good enough. Actually, before I go here, I do want to buy some bolts for Valar and drop off the stone hands that I picked up too. I might as well. Another tree. Okay, yep, now they killed someone. Run away, just run away. Reload anyway. I'm not going all the way back to Necropolis to raise someone from the dead. Don't want to use my magic points either at the moment. I guess I'm going to be heading to the Sunken Palace next, right? Turtles. They're still swamp turtles. Even though I fixed the walls. Feb still getting stunned. Despite his very nice armor and now. The rat. Okay, the rat killed someone. Okay. These trees and swamp rats and whatnot. I didn't see for this fight. It's only one tree this time. Yes. Here's a swamp dog. Breathes swamp gas at us and AoE's the party. Okay. Dog. Healer. Statue here. who has and fire sword. Jade eyes. Dragonstone. Dragonstone. So many dragonstones. Ah, stone hands. Still needs its head. All right. Oh yeah, and I have that charger spell now too, don't I? The wand. Wand is recharged. Cost that many magic points either, did it? One now has 17. So I guess it only recharged it by one. Not bad. Seb, sell your fires. I don't need 2 sets of citizenship papers either, do I? Not like I need one for each person. There were a quest item. Priceless rather than 50. But also, I do just kind of like having the parrot. Pilgrim Bowhorn. It is priceless as well, huh? I need it for something. Okay, let's see. Still don't know what to do with the souvenir shop. Like they imply that there's something going on with it in one of the tavern messages. I'm not sure what exactly. Oh well. Oh well. Figure it out someday. But oh, the wall is no longer fixed. I cast create wall a bunch of times here. Fix their wall, and they go and they break it again on very rude. Wall over here is still fixed, right? Yeah. The wall where that the water was leaking through. That's still very rude. Okay, well, I guess. Oh yeah, I needed to buy bolts. That's why I came here. Buy. Buy just like X bolts. Okay. All right, and that's gonna do it for today, I guess. Again, we made good progress. We went to Freeport. We doomed the city of Freeport, but honestly, it was already doomed. Namtar already doomed it by taking the Sword of Freedom from there and replacing it with a trap. So really, we saved the people of Freeport by letting them know that their city was already doomed. And then, Theb died, and we resurrected Theb. He's fine now. He's definitely not traumatized for life because of that. And we explored the rest of the underworld. Got a cool sword for Theb. He's really been the star of the show this time. And what else did we do? Well, we got the stone hands report. We got the softened stone spell and a bunch of other spells too. Before we doomed the city, we did all of that. It's a good thing I decided to explore the rest of the city before taking the Sword of Freedom, because as it turns out, everyone left immediately after we did that. And all those spells I got in Freeport, I wouldn't have been able to get, except I guess the Softened Stone spell. I imagine the chest in that one place where we fought all the guards would still have been there, absent probably the guards, if I'd taken this. So, okay, Freeport, doomed and abandoned, but we got everything we needed from there, I guess. So I could have bought like a suit of heavy plate or something, but I don't need to spend money on that. What else did I do for the rest of the underworld? That's about it, I guess. I guess. It feels like I was more productive than maybe I was. But yeah, next time I guess we'll head to the Ocean Palace and see if we can find that skull. And then I guess we can also explore Rustic Island, maybe. That's the only other thing we can do from here, from our ship. And I mean, I guess then it's heading over toward King's Island. We can find a way to fight Mystalvision again. We still have to find Lanak'toor's head, which is going to be somewhere, probably. Yeah, there's here to deal with, I guess, Baizenopal is being reached. And they mentioned that King Drake's son was the guy in head of Baizenopal too, right? So I guess we should hook up with him and see if we can get Namtar kicked out of power by revealing that King Drake has been killed, since we learned that today. And Namtar is a demon, or maybe like a half demon, since Irkala called him like a half breed. Oh, again, kind of racist, but whatever. Yeah, things to do, things being done. We're making our way through this game, making our way through it. Next time, Ocean Palace, probably Rustic Island as well, and then off toward the Isle of Kings. So, till then, thanks for watching. Stay safe, have fun, and don't be afraid to walk through a bunch of fire tiles because you might find a cool sword. And cool swords are worth anything, probably. Goodbye.